Happy holidays, guys and girls. Bored now, back with you. On this video, I will be talking about that's not a good start. The Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, which is available now on Disney Plus. So this is a short movie, special seasonal get together for the gang. So, yeah, full spoilers. It's only a 45-minute short film, so not really a lot to spoil. And mostly I'll just be talking about the jokes in it and the humour and how certain things work. Be quite a few reviews over the coming months. Some films, some TV. Me and Rachel will be doing some reviews. We also have a top 10 list, a special seasonal top 10 list planned. So gonna be quite active in the coming month for the Christmas period. So the story, a flashback at Peter's original experience of Christmas. This is in animated form, by the way. His leader, I forget the name now, but the Michael Rooker character doesn't believe in the spirit of Christmas. He screams, "I hate Christmas." He smashes up their Christmas tree. So it turns out Peter and his brother had a proper Christmas, and it's been all these years later. So Drex and Mantis, who secretly is Peter's sister, secretly to Peter, that's something that gets revealed to him at the end of the film. They go off to the real world because they believe that the actor Kevin Bacon, yes, Kevin Bacon playing himself, could be the secret to a great Christmas for Peter and the Christmas he never had. So they plan on taking Bacon back and giving him as a present to Peter. And that's the plot, and shenanigans ensue because of course Bacon isn't going to be down with this deal, and the whole gag with that is then because he's been in a lot of famous films and a lot of big roles and stuff, they've confused his film characters with Kevin Bacon himself and hasn't realised that he's an actor. That good. Really, this one, it's a bit lame overall. There's enough good jokes to make it solid and like watchable, and because it's short, then it passes the time quite quickly. But I didn't really think it was that good overall. The Kevin Bacon stuff I thought was a bit lame. The sort of like poking at his celebrity humour, that just felt been there, done that before. Wasn't that original, wasn't that really entertaining. I thought there was some jarring moments. Also, my other big thing with it was that they overdid the music, because it opens with Fairy Tale of New York, which is a really good choice, and it ends with that as well. So that's really well used, and there's a couple of good choices in here. But one of the things about the two Guardians feature films is the music is really well used, and it's like naturally slotted in to the film where it feels like part of the universe. But some of these songs, first of all, I think they just overdo it. Like there's too many songs at times, and some of the songs aren't great and they don't quite fit what they're going for. But the other thing is, then they just feel a bit like tacked on and a bit piped in, like they're not really going for the spirit, or they don't really feel like a natural part of the Guardians world. Chris Pratt, I think he's phoning it in. He just doesn't have the same charisma or energy as he did in the two feature films. And there's something with him now, because when those two films came out, he seemed to be a star on the rise. He seemed to be maybe the next big thing for like an action movie star with that comic persona and timing. But since then, his career has kind of stalled quite a lot, and there's been some heat around him for some silly stuff he said online. And yeah, I just feel like maybe he's starting to feel that as well. Then he's not quite as enthusiastic as he once was. And in this, I think it might partly be because he's a bit sort of like just he's more reacting to stuff, and he's more of a short road. But like at the end, when they give him this grand big Christmas and all the lights are on, yeah, you just didn't get that childlike wonder or enthusiasm you were going for. But he's not that great. The jokes are very hit and miss, but there are some good moments. It started off well. I do like that they used the animation as a way to say, okay, this is in the past, and there's just something about it that adds a bit of lightness and makes those scenes a bit more funny. And then you get the twist at the end where it turns out that Peter's father actually did embrace Christmas in the end, because they show you a scene on Christmas morning where he actually left Peter a present, so he obviously regretted his decisions. But the animated stuff was good. I really enjoyed Michael Rooker and his like tantrum at the start. The best part of the Kevin Bacon stuff, realising he's just an actor, because they start talking about his roles. They talking about how he saved a whole town through dancing, referencing Footloose, and he has to point out that that wasn't me. That was just a character I played in Footloose. And then they go, I like the second one because it's a bit more of a deeper dive, because they go back to his character in Friday the 13th, and he has to point out that not only was he again just playing a part, he's an actor in that, but also he was brutally murdered, so he didn't save anyone in that. So they sort of got it wrong on two ends. So that scene I like, because it was funny seeing their reactions when they realised that then he was just an actor, and I like how deep they went into like the cine literate type stuff with that. So there's good moments. Overall, I'm not going to say it's like bad or terrible. One of the best moments is definitely the song near the start, when you've got like these group of musicians and they're trying to explain to Peter what Christmas is, or their understanding of it, and they start playing like little bits of a song, and he's like, okay, is this a long song? And then they go into it, and that's when you get the opening titles, and that's a bit of a gag. But the song is really hilarious. That might be the highlight of this film, when they're just singing like negative aspects of Christmas, like the total opposite. They're saying Santa is a burglar, he's a crook, he shoots mistletoe, mistletoe. Is it mistletoe or something at your toes? But there's just like little twists on Christmas, like traditions, but makes it more funny, and that's funny from Peter's thing, because he's like interjecting with no, that's not how the legend goes. So that was a legitimately funny scene, and I really enjoyed the song. But overall, it's hit and miss, and it doesn't really recapture the sort of magic and the charm of the films, the feature-length films. So that's the holiday special of Guardians of the Galaxy. I'll say I much preferred the Marvel Halloween special they did. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you've seen the movie. Like and subscribe as always. And I'll be back soon with more Christmas themed reviews. See you later, guys. Happy holidays.